Hi everybody, Susie here. Just another beauty guru. I am getting ready to film a quick get ready with me and a chit chat. Hope y'all are doing good. I got a total of 3 videos uploaded. It's a part 1 and a part 2 for the second video because I couldn't clip them together. So if this does the same thing, expect a 2-parter. Okay, thank you for your patience. I really appreciate your support. Don't forget to hit click and like and subscribe. And I really appreciate you guys watching this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm just playing with makeup right now. I got a lot of pretty palettes to play with. And yeah, let's get into it. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I've got Albert in the background, Albert Einstein. I bought him for my daughter. He's still here, so I put him up to cover up that nasty wall. Knowing me, I would put some Harry Potter paraphernalia up soon. I got to get some. I'm a huge Harry Potter fanatic. Now, I know a lot of people are against J.K. Rowling and her views. I'm not into J.K. Rowling's viewpoints at all. My little sister Mickey sent the first book over to my oldest daughter when she was about 8, I think. And it was just a paperback copy of it. And it was for Christmas. It was a Christmas gift. And what had happened was, yeah, we're getting into it right now. I just got out of the shower. I washed my hair. It's about 7 o'clock at night. And yeah, like I said, I'm just doing a quick get ready with me, just for fun, just playing with makeup. Ooh, I got some eye mucos like crazy. I don't know how to get rid of those little floaters. Y'all know how? You let me know. But anyways, back to Harry Potter. Yeah, so she had the book, right? And she was ignoring it like all kids do. They don't play with a book. And it was about February, and I went in her room, and she was playing with her girlfriends, and so I went in there to watch them, and I sat on her bed, and I saw the book sitting there on her nightstand collecting dust. Ooh, look at that flab. Oh, look, a squirrel. And I asked her, I said, Mija, is that the book your tia sent you? She goes, yeah, Mom, it is. And I said, well, what's it doing here? So I picked it up and I started to read it. And next thing I know, I'm on page 10. And I said, this is pretty good. You should read it. She goes, well, read it to me, Mom. So that's how it started. I began to read the book to her. And we really got into it. And so we read that whole book. We went and got the next book. We were in the middle of the second book when one day I was reading it to her, and I shut the book, and I heard my mom holler from the other room, I was listening to that. So my mom got involved and started reading with us because she was listening to the book as I was reading it out loud to my daughter. Then my daughter started wanting to read some of the excerpts from it. And it wasn't an easy book to read because some of the words were made up. We didn't even know. We were saying Nagini, and it's Nagini. You know, I didn't even know how the word Hermione. It was funny because I kept saying Hermione, and my dad hollers from the other room, it's Hermione. And I'm like, well, I'm not English. I don't know. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we read the whole series out loud. Well, by the time the Deathly Hallows came out, my mom got diagnosed with stage 4 small cell lung cancer. And they gave her about 6 months. So they were doing an early pre-sale of the book, the last book, in March. And it wasn't due to come out till Harry Potter's birthday in July. And she pre-ordered the special edition so that we would have it just in case she wasn't here. Well, she was here when the book came out. My daughter and I went to the midnight release of the book, and oh my God, that was so much fun. People just everywhere. It was like a Black Friday sale. There was lines and lines, but they weren't people. They were wizards. They were all dressed up and in their wizarding robes and playing wizard chess. And there were people that were acting out the parts of like the Weasleys and the different professors and everything. And it was just so much fun. It was an experience. Let me tell you, it was an experience. And if you grew up in that time and you read Harry Potter, you know what I'm talking about. It's amazing. So we got the book, we went home, and we read it out loud to each other over the weekend because we didn't know how long Mom had. Well, what made it the special edition was the cover of the book had artwork on the inside of the three of them flying away from Gringotts on the dragon. And so it was Ron, Harry, and Hermione on the back of the dragon on this piece of artwork that was on the cover of the book. So we took that to a place called L'Image in the mall, and they framed it in a way where it was on a backboard and you can wash it, but it would have this laminate over it so that you wouldn't ruin the book cover. So we have that framed, that book cover. And my mom sadly passed away. But that book was a special thing because my mom and I never read together growing up. She never read anything to us. So it was nice because my mom and I got to read. It was something we got to share together. And it was something my daughter and I got to share together because I read to her the books. I would sneak her out of school just so we could read another chapter. I mean, I would call the school and be like, yeah, I need to pick Adriana up. And she'd be like, Mom, I need to be in school. I'm like, shh, we got to read the book. And so... of course, we watched all the movies. We had a Harry Potter party when the first movie came out on DVD, and I had a whole bunch of kids over, and we had a big old cauldron with Bertie Bott's every flavored beans, and we made pizza rolls, and everybody made their own caves. They all had little Harry Potter glasses and wands, and I had lights from the ceiling, and we watched the movie. And it was funny because I took Adriana to the release of it when it came out in theaters, and we were sitting in the theater watching the movie, and she leaned into me and she goes, Mom, it's just like I remember you reading it to me. Oh. Harry Potter has a special place in my heart. That's also how my husband and I met. We even had a Harry Potter wedding, and we honeymooned at Universal Orlando at the Harry Potter Studios, where they have the what's it called? The theme park. And yeah, we spent 5 days there. It was a blast. It was so much fun. And yeah, so your viewpoints on J.K. Rowling aside, I'm not into J.K. Rowling. I'm into Harry Potter, and there's a reason for it. It's a family thing for me. And I even got my first tattoo. Can you see that? It's the Deathly Hallows. It says, after all this time, always. And that's what Snape said about Lily Potter when Dumbledore asked him if he was still in love with her after all this time. And he simply said, always. So after all this time, am I still into Harry Potter? And I'm going to say always, because that was a special time for me, for my mother, for my daughter, for my mother's granddaughter, that got to read the series together and experience it as it was unfolding, because I had no idea that people would go this crazy over a book. Now, my generation used to go crazy over concert tickets, and we'd camp out for concert tickets. Can't do that anymore ever since they started selling them online and doing the whole credit card thing. They sell out in 10 seconds. It's like, son of a biscuit. So, but the books, that was awesome. And let me tell you, that was really, really awesome. And, my baby sister didn't never even know about that. We hardly talk at all. And we don't talk at all. And we had a falling out. And she doesn't know. She doesn't know how special that book ended up being for us, for our family. My daughter's grown up now. She's still a Gryffindor, and she wants her children to be Gryffindors, but I think her daughter's a Slytherin. Oh, and let me say hi, Amber. Hi, Luna. How you doing, mija? My princesa. She was watching my video the other day and she kept saying, "Hi, Abu, hi, Abu." She thought I was going to say hi to her. And it was a video, it was a recording. And so it was really cute because I wasn't there, but she thought I was going to say hi. So, hi, Amber. Hi, Mija. You want to do some makeup? I want you to pay real close attention how Abu does this makeup. Today, I'm going to play with Garfield from Glamlight. This is a beautiful fall color story. Look at those shimmers. I'm all about the shimmers. Aren't they pretty? So I've already got my primer on. I'm going to go into Weekends here, this nice yellow shade, and start there. So how is everybody? I've had a wonderful day. I worked all day, came home, took a nap. I just made my husband some leftover stew. We got all the garbage out to the street. We're hunkering down for a snowstorm tonight. And yeah. We're supposed to be getting a couple inches. I'll believe it when I see it. The last blizzard hit us pretty good. And but I live in town, so it's not going to be hard for me to get to work. I just have to get up a little earlier. I was thinking of making a video while I got ready in the morning. I just got to get up early enough to make it. You know, give myself a few extra minutes to do it. But my last video I uploaded in 2 parts because, like I said, I could not figure out how to turn those 2 pieces into one movie. Like, all I was doing was wetting my sponge, and I pressed pause, and then I pressed play again, and all of a sudden I've got 2 videos here. So I did part 1 and part 2 with that. Get ready with me. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this one, but this will be my 4th video I put up. I know that I had one where I wanted to work with the Kiss palette all week. That turned out to be a little too dark and gothy for work. So I didn't get a chance to play with it like I wanted to. I might clean my brushes after this and pull it out anyways and just do a 1 color, 1 look tomorrow just to see if it lasts all day, which I'm sure it will because Glamlight's quality is just absolutely stunning and out of control. And very, very affordable. So like the average cost of the palettes is like $20. But like the Garfield one's on sale right now for like $8, and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because she does a lot of collabs and with license type stuff. I know that she's getting ready to do Breaking Dawn, the Twilight series, and they're getting ready to come out with that. I'm really thinking I want that one. That's probably going to be like, she'll do the whole promo kit for a reasonable price. I just don't have that kind of money, so I'll just probably get the palette and reel it in from there, you know, because palettes, that's where my heart is. So I'm going to go into this color called Lasagna. It's a deep burgundy shade. And put that there in my corner and bring it in about halfway, because I think that's very pretty with the gold and the red. Very fall inspired colors. I absolutely love them. Anybody watch the Super Bowl? How about them Chiefs? Did they come to play or what? If you say or what, I'll believe you, because yeah, that was a joke of a game. Super Bowls have been very disappointing. Not that they lost, but that it wasn't even worth watching. They turn it into this big spectacle, and it's like that movie that came out years ago called The Great White Hype. Do you remember that movie? Samuel L. Jackson. Oh my God, they made fun of these people. They made so much fun of these entertainment sports people, and the guy got knocked out in 1 punch, but it was, you know, he was going to beat this guy down and everything, and oh yeah, he was out in 1 punch, out cold. And that's what I felt like happened at the Super Bowl this year. Personally, I'm from California. I'm not a Chiefs fan. My husband's a huge Chiefs fan because he's from Topeka, Kansas. And we, like I said, live here in Burlington, a little tiny podunk town about an hour and a half from Kansas City. So naturally, we got a lot of Kansas City fans here, and Chiefs are doing great. Chiefs are doing great. Well, I used to watch sports religiously with my father. When he passed, I didn't have the heart to watch. Well, my husband he only watches the games that the Chiefs play in. Well, you don't get a good beat on the competition if you don't watch them. So we weren't watching the other side, the other teams. We were only watching the games the Chiefs played in. And I was certain that whoever won the game that the Chiefs and Bills was going to win the Super Bowl. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. That little Jalen Hurts, that boy has some heart, and he really wanted that. And good for him. Good for him. That was good playing, but I really would have liked it to been like a game that ended 21-20. Eagles win. I wanted it to be a competition, not just nothing for 3/4. I mean, come on now. That's a horrible Super Bowl. The Super Bowl's the biggest game of the year. They get paid the most money to be in that game. And they weren't even playing. Come on now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Our offense scored more for the Eagles than the Eagles did. That was bad. That was really bad. But it's true, we threw 2 interceptions. It was like watching old Vinny Testaverde back in the day. What they called him, colorblind Testaverde, when he used to play for the Jets and he'd throw to the other team all the time. They said he was colorblind. And I was like, shut up, that ain't real, Daddy. My daddy would come up with stories. Oh yeah, he's colorblind, that's why he accidentally does that. And I'm like, Daddy, stop. He would come up with stories. But sure kind of looked like old Mahomes was colorblind there for a minute. Threw 2 interceptions like that. That was crazy. And then, Sackalicious, he got sacked so many dang times. I fell asleep before halftime. I had no interest in that halftime show, and my husband woke me up and said, it's pretty much over. You can wake up now. We don't have to finish. You can watch a makeup video, because that's what my preferred television today is, learning the craft of makeup videos and doing these videos, because I want to follow my heart and have a good time and do makeup videos, and maybe get some people in here that will let me do their makeup and see how they like it. I don't know what the goal is. It's just to have some fun. I am a huge makeup enthusiast. Y'all know this by now. If you don't know this, click subscribe and you're going to find out. I plan on doing reviews. Oh, what is that? I got a little cut there. I'm going to do some reviews. I want to review the new Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Impeccable Foundation. So that's going to take a little bit of money. I want to review the Oil Sucker Primer. I want to review the new Maybelline 30 Hour Wear. So stay tuned for those videos, because I will put them through the ringer. I will come in here at 3:30 in the morning. I will record the first half, upload the first half, part 1 and part 2 if I have to, but by God, I'm going to get her done. And I'll let you see what it looks like when I first put it on and what it looks like when I get off of work. And we will just have some fun with that. And y'all can message me in the comments and let me know how to fix what I'm doing. I have no idea what software to use. I'm just recording this on my phone and just uploading it. I don't have editing software or anything like that. And it's not on a computer. It's just on my phone for now. So maybe down the road, if I get more than, well, right now I got 3 followers. Hi, everybody. Thanks for following me. I really appreciate that. But down the road, we'll see how this goes. And I'll invest in a camera and some video editing software for that. So what I did was I put teddy bear and heart of gold to do, look, isn't that pretty? On my eyes. And I just use my fingers because you get the best impact with your fingers. You can use a brush and wet it with your setting spray. Whatever setting spray you have is good. But I like to just do it with my fingers. I have less fallout and a brighter impact on my eyes. See? So it went from kind of like a reddish orangey gold to a yellow gold. I think it looks very pretty. So I've got the 2 dark shades. I've got Lasagna and Mondays on the outer corner, and I've got my Heart of Gold and Teddy Bear on the middle and inside, and I've got Weekends in my crease for my transition shade. And I think that looks really pretty. So let me clean up my fallout and we'll put some makeup on. Now, primer is expensive. I don't need to use the good stuff because, like I said, it's 7 o'clock at night right now. Probably a little later. Yeah, that cleaned up real nice. And so my makeup's not going to be on that long. I'm just playing. Do I want to put some primer on to show you? It's always good to put primer on. I don't have, see, I didn't put any face like lotion or anything on, any moisturizer. I've got a collagen moisturizer that I put on, and then a serum that I put under my eyes that has vitamin C and caffeine. I've got caffeine drops that I use that help with dark circles. So maybe I should, just to have some moisture barrier between my skin and the makeup. So I'll go in with my One Size Secure the Blur. So you don't get very much product. I know it says you get a full ounce, but do you really? Because I haven't used this that much. And I don't use a lot. That's for the whole face. I got a big face. Down my neck. When you're doing your moisturizers at night, always include your décolletage because it will help with saggy skin. It helps, whatever it helps with your face, it'll help down here too. It'll help your neck not get the rings. It'll help your décolletage not get the wrinkles and sagginess, because this gets a lot of sunlight, especially in the summertime with tank tops and bathing suits on. And so this will aid you more than this if you're not taking care of this as well. So don't forget, do it all. Use it all the way down here. Use it all. Use it on your hands. The back of your hands will aid you. I'm 51 right now, and I am not going to go down without a fight. So that being said, let's see. I will use the Neutrogena Shine Control Makeup. This was gifted to me by a dear friend. Her name is Lee. I love you, Lee. I miss you. I miss working with you. She used to work with us full time, and then she had to go part time because she got a better deal working for the school. Stupid school. But the school got her. So she works for them, and she works for us on every other weekend. So that's pretty awesome that she still works for us. But she works opposite me because she'll work the grill. On the weekends, I don't work the grill. Lee works the grill. On the weekends, Lee doesn't work the grill. I work the grill, so we never get to see each other. I got to make a point to get in there and see her because she is just super awesome. Great lady. And I like her a lot. She's just a doll. This doesn't last on your face. It's good for like 4 or 5 hours. But it will. It's not a heat-proof, weatherproof makeup. Get the hair off my face. It is just like if you're going somewhere at night and you're not going to have the makeup on that long. This would be a good one to wear. But she, like me, is very picky with her makeup, and this wasn't her color, but it matched me perfectly when we tried it. I was like, well, thank you very much. I really, really appreciated the makeup. She also gifted me the Thrive mascara. It didn't work for her. It's a tubing mascara. And what I do with it is I put it on first, and then I'll use that first, and then I'll use the Essence, the little $4.99 Essence Lash Princess for volume, because it gives me such beautiful volume. And then with the Thrive on there first, it makes it so much easier to take it off at night. And you're not pulling your eyelashes out just to get the mascara off, because mascara can be a pain in the butt, especially if it's a good mascara to get off. And I love a good mascara, and that's what I like about the Thrive. The Thrive doesn't give me enough volume because it's a tubing mascara, and I like a lot of volume. I probably won't put mascara on tonight. There's no need. Y'all have seen that done a million times, I'm sure. But going with my trusty sponge and get any brush marks off my face. But it's just my husband and I here most nights. I turned on a show for him to listen to. He can't really watch it because, well, my husband is legally blind. He went blind about 18 years ago, lost 80% of his vision, 70%. He lost all vision in his right eye completely. It's gone. There's no vision. And then he had about 30% in his left eye. Well, September 18th of this year, he woke up and he couldn't see anything. He called me and said everything was dark. Well, that's not good. Well, it turned out there was some sort of flap from scar tissue in the way of his line of sight. We ended up having to go to Topeka like once a week for these appointments. That's a 60-mile drive one way, you know, and just for them to say, oh, well, you can still see the eye chart, you know, because he can see the big E. He can see the 3-letter one and the 4-letter one. That's it. Because his vision stayed the same, they said he was fine. But it's not fine because he can't even make my face out. He can barely see his fingers wiggle in front of him. He had more vision than that. Just because he can see, I mean, I told the doctor, why don't you put a picture of a dog and a cat up there and ask him to say what he sees, you know, not just these nice, crisp, clean letters on the stark white background. But they don't do vision tests like that, I guess. I don't know. So we've had 2 surgeries, and he's still almost completely blind. And so it's really difficult because he can still barely see the computer screen, but he's got to have the contrast up real high, so that, and he goes way up close like this to watch the computer screen so that he can do his work. He's a addictions counselor, and it's difficult. And he's doing good with it, though. He's really kept a positive outlook. He's, you know, when he's down, we go to a meeting and we share about it, and that helps a lot. Helps my sanity too. We're both recovering addicts. I just celebrated 20 years clean. He will have 20 years come August. And yeah, so we know what it's like to come from a dark area of life and to have to fight demons. You know, life's too short. I'm so grateful today. I'm so grateful for the life I have today. I'm healthy. All I have are high sugars, so I'm diabetic. But the last A1C I had, I was at 6.4, and I'm down 11 pounds, so I'm really happy about that. I'm doing good. And yeah, so he's diabetic too, but he's type 1. And yeah, so we have to keep a close eye on that because he's got that diabetic retinopathy. That's how he lost his vision. And so it's related to diabetes, and the sugar's just eating his eyeballs out, you know. It's just taking away his vision. But he's my hero, you know, because he still goes into work steadily every day and hears people, you know, at the worst parts of their life, and he helps them when he comes home, you know. And sometimes he's sad, but I give him a little his space and give him his quiet time, and he's fine, you know. And he's grateful today. I'm grateful, you know. We have a really good life today, and I'm just so glad I met him, and that I gave him a chance, because I was at a point in my life I didn't want to give anybody a chance. You know, I'd gone through that horrible divorce, and I didn't want to trust anybody. And I posted online. It was July 11th, Harry Potter's birthday, and I said, "Happy birthday, Harry Potter." And, you know, I just posted it on Facebook, and he was like, "Yeah, go Harry Potter." And I was like, "Shut up, you're not a Harry Potter fan." And that's how it started. That's how we started talking. And yeah, the rest is history, you know. He lived here in Burlington, and I lived in Wichita, well, in Andover. And I came to a point, I explained to you when I lost my dogs, I was in a trailer. Well, that's where I was. Well, they were closing that trailer park down, getting rid of the riffraff out of Andover, because it's a very uppity community, very rich community. And I had no place to go. So he said there was low-income apartments here in Burlington. I said, "Oh, it takes like 6 months to a year to get into a low-income apartment. There's no way I'll get in there." He goes, No, you can do it." He goes, "Just fill out the application. They've got openings." I did not understand how small towns work. They had an opening. So I transferred my job from Wichita to Topeka, and I was driving 60 miles one way every day to and from for work. And it was rough. It was rough, but I was able to do it, you know. And he told me to try over at the hospital. They were hiring for cooks, and I'm like, okay. And so I tried, and they had a satellite business. It was called Sunset Manor. It was a retirement home, and they needed a cook, so they asked me to come interview, and I did, and and I got the job. And the benefits outweighed what I was able to get from my old job. So I left my old job and I went to Sunset. Well, the problem there was it wasn't just a retirement place, it was Sunset, where, as in, the sun is setting on these people's lives. So we had about 25 residents, sweetest, most wonderful people. And they come in every day and you get to know them and you're their friend and you make them their breakfast. Well, for me it was breakfast. And then they die. No, I couldn't handle that. Oh, I couldn't handle that. It broke my heart every time one of them passed away. And I begged and begged and begged to be transferred to the hospital because I was not going to live my life 40 hours a week watching people die. I just didn't have it in me. So they transferred me to the hospital and I've been there ever since. And like I said, it's fun and I enjoy it. And because of my recovery, I'm able to enjoy things today. And I'm really grateful for that. And I'm just I'm just so happy today that I have the nerve to make a video with me with no makeup on, because I'm that lady that doesn't leave home without it. I always have it on. And it's really hard to talk and put on my eyebrows. Like I said, I don't know why I'm doing this, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not. But I like it. It's so much fun. And, it's just me and my husband, and he's downstairs watching his show, listening to it, and I'm up here doing this. And then we get together afterwards, and it's only about 7:30 right now, so why is it when I'm not going anywhere, I draw on the perfect brows, but in the morning I'm going to try this and they're going to be all wonky and cockeyed and whatnot. Look at that, how pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I used to not be able to look in the mirror. I used to hate what I saw. I know a lot of people feel that way when they look in the mirror. I know what that feels like, because I felt that way for many, many years. And today, I can giggle at myself. I got this. I wish I could wear my hair down at work. I look so different with my hair down. But it's starting to grow back. Like I said, I need to get like some brioche or something for it, because it's so thin. Ever since COVID, I had COVID once, and ooh, I don't recommend it. Do not get COVID. It's no fun. But ever since then, my hair thinned out like crazy. And yeah, it's no fun. It used to take hours to brush my hair. My mom would spend hours and hours, and she'd brush it at night. Then I'd go to bed. I'd wake up the next day, it'd be all tangled mess, and we didn't have time to brush it in the morning. So I'd be that kid that went to school with the messed up hair and the dirty clothes. And people didn't want to be around me. They didn't want to be my friend, where I came from. They didn't like people that had less than, you know. My mom, we weren't on welfare. We we weren't that poor, but there was 5 kids. She needed a sitter. The sitter had 4 kids, and my mom did all the jobs, was the one working, you know, and this was in the 80s. So we had enough, but just. And so, you know, there was a bottle of shampoo. There was no conditioner. There was a bottle, or there was oh my God, I hate that stuff too to this day. The Irish Spring soap, that green bar of soap. And oh, I hated that stuff. To this day, I'm so blessed. I get the Bath and Body Works because I'm bougie like that today. I don't want to be less than today, you know. I want to have. I want to be part of the haves. And I am today, you know. We have a good life today. But I remember a time where I had to be on welfare and I didn't have enough and I needed help. And it sucked because I would work 2 jobs. I wouldn't go and get assistance. I'd work 3 jobs if I had to, you know, because the way people look at people on assistance, I didn't want to be one of those people that was looked at like that. I didn't want my daughter to feel like she was less than. And so I worked my tail off. And so when I say I work for my money, I work for my money. And I'm never going to be in a position where someone's going to tell me, you wouldn't have that if it wasn't for me. I will never be in that position again. I was with my first husband, and yeah, we don't talk about Bruno. Let's just put it that way. We'll put a pin in that one. We won't talk about it. Because today my life is good. I'm still clean. I made it through the hard times and I did it clean, you know. And my children are better for it. They really are. And I'm really grateful that I'm building this community online. Well, like I said, right now it's just a couple of people, but that's okay. We all got to start somewhere, right? And sounds like someone's playing with the truck keys. I'm really grateful that, you know, it's sad that I didn't start this journey at a younger age. It's very sad because I could have been doing a lot more than just videos. But I'm going to start. I'm living my dream right now, just doing this. Because I got to get started somewhere. So I put weekends underneath and then lasagna on top. So it's kind of got a red gold effect going on. I think that's real pretty under the eyes. What do you think? Pretty? Gotta have my black eyeliner in there. It's not done yet. Doesn't look finished without it to me. I know I should go with a brown or even a nice khaki color. What's it called? Not white. It's an off-white color. A light brown. But I just means I'd have to spend money on it for one. And I'm not there yet. Maybe I will here when I invest in that other makeup that I'm going to be reviewing. I'll do that. That way we can switch it up a bit. And yeah, have some fun with makeup. My husband's so sweet. He just doesn't understand what he got into when he said he would support me doing this. But like I said, blood bills first, then we play. And this, I just think is so pretty on my face. So I took the garbage out to the street. My husband can't see. He gets lost in the street coming back from it. So he can take it out to the can and follow the fence line, but he can't see to go to the street and come back. He gets lost, and I found him out there in the middle of the street when he had to call me and say he couldn't figure out where the house was. So I went out there and I guided him back. So I end up taking it out because the garbage man comes tomorrow. Hopefully. I know that there's a storm coming in, so we'll see what happens. I might end up working tomorrow night too, because I got a coworker who won't drive in the snow, and that's okay, you know. I'll take the overtime. I like my money. And ooh, what do we want to do for lips? I kind of want to go bold since I'm not going anywhere. Can I go bold? Would that offend you? Probably not, but it'll match my shirt. It will look good. It will look good. So let's see. Got this lifter liner. Who does this? From Maybelline, I got the lifter liner. It's a dark brown, but it's really a little too dark for my skin tone. Let me sharpen it. And no, you're going to get me uncut for a while until I can figure out how to fast forward some of this busyness. But this is how long it takes, you know, regularly to get ready. It doesn't take this long normally because when it's just me, I can do it really fast. When I'm talking, I'm a little bit more slower. So I've got me a nice little tip on there, see? But it's a dark brown, and it comes out pretty dark on me. So we're gonna go with a nice dark lip. Let's ignore the fact that I can't draw a straight line. It looks silly, doesn't it? Let's see. I have other ones that are lighter in color. But they're scratchy when you put them on, and I don't like that. I got a couple that are older, and I need to throw them out, but I want to replace them first. They're a good plummy color. They're not quite this dark. Butthole lip, butthole lip. Ah. I'm going to go in with this Milani. This one is in... Shit, I can't read it. Dahlia. Very pretty, very dark. I like a good bold lip. What do you think? Not bad? I don't think so. All right, people. That's my look for today. What do you think? I think it looks nice. So this streak of grayness I got when my daughter ran away at 17. This one came in after my divorce. But probably need to go get my hair done. I don't know what color I'll do. I hate the grays. We gotta color them out. But anyways, thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun doing this video. I hope you remember to hit like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed filming it. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.